I like Breaking Bad a lot.
Okay.
Breaking Bad is amazing. I liked Game of Thrones. Dabbling into writing is something that I'm also thinking about. An actress that I want to work with, Sai Pallavi Garu. She's one actor I would definitely love to work with. She's amazing. I would definitely want to work with Manoj Bajpayee Garu.
Hello, hi, and welcome to TNI. This is Shreya Veronica, and today we are here in conversation with actor Abhinav. Hello, hi. Abhinav.
Hi. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me. Thank you for talking to me.
You're welcome. Anyways, today we are here to know more about your journey in the film industry.
Right.
So, I mean, the very fact that you started your journey in the movies, was it always that you wanted to act and be in the movies?
You mean ante forever ante since my
Yes,
childhood?
yes.
No, not
Okay.
actually. I was not born with dreams twinkling in my eyes or
Okay.
whatever. So I started thinking about acting only when I was in the second year of my engineering.
Oh, okay.
Because I really thought that I need to be doing something that I really like from my heart and something that I can excel on my own terms.
Yeah.
So it was a very shaky decision after
Okay.
engineering to come into the film industry, because usually that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Although now you see a lot of
Yeah,
engineers becoming
that's true.
directors and actors and all. So the life would have taken general course of going to US or London to do MS
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But I thought 4 years of engineering is more than enough for
Okay.
me. I thought, and I was anyway graduating.
Okay.
I would be a graduate, so I thought this education, I don't know, man. I just didn't really, I think, fit in a situation where you'll be, you'd be between four walls and asked to excel.
Yeah.
That is not the kind of guy I am. I think I'm more of on-field guy.
Okay.
So is when I decided, because I was a movie buff for a very long time. I mean, since 8th, 9th standard, usually from high school, kids start going to theaters by themselves.
Yeah.
So since then, I started watching movies very regularly, be it on television or theaters. And then when YouTube came, you watch it even more.
Yeah.
So that's how this movie thing, it was always running in my head. And engineering was the time when I was also doing few small stage shows
Okay.
during college fests and during cultural programs of my college and all. So some of my friends said, I think you have really good expressions. We really enjoyed what you do, because I think, a little animated also when I talk to them usually. My engineering friends and we have like great many memories of
Okay.
engineering, studying engineering and all. So they were like, I think you should become an actor. I think you should become an actor. Like, see, as a teenager, you might have those, it could have been a passing
Yeah.
phase. But when it came back to me in the engineering, then I thought, also because how wonderfully I was studying, I thought maybe I should not take this to the international level and do
Okay.
extremely well doing MS and also.
Okay.
I thought, let's keep it short, and
Okay.
I thought, let's pause it here. If I want, I'd come back, but maybe I can give it a try. And I thought, okay, then I started acting.
Okay. So I believe before coming into the movies, you were a theater person. So
Yeah,
we'll
I
talk
was.
about that phase as well.
Yes,
of your
yes. So as soon as I finished my engineering, my parents were a little concerned
Okay.
because they really wanted me to go to US and pursue MS. But then I told them, it was a very wrong time to tell them that you want to become an actor, like, because
Okay.
they were already a little dissatisfied with you in terms of what you were, in terms of how you were faring in studies. So that is definitely, anybody with normal IQ wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But I think I'm either very dumb or I'm high IQ, that I thought, okay, I have to take this plunge. And I told my parents that I want to pursue acting.
Okay.
So it was like a lightning strike to them, and they were like really not angry or anything, but they were really agitated, as any parents would be.
Yeah.
Because no parent wants your kid to be in a place where there are no rules. See, if you want to become an entrepreneur, it's a completely different mind game. It's a completely different ball game, basically. Much rather, parents would want you to be safe, pick up a good job, do MBA, become a manager in a bank or something like that. So, but when I told them, so they were a little agitated. But I thought, okay, now because I had to tell them because they were really pushing me to get out of the country.
Okay.
So I thought first I have to stop this. If I'm well within the borders,
Yeah.
I can do something about my life. So I also wrote TOEFL.
Oh,
I wrote TOEFL. I was studying for GRE. I was also pursuing German language classes.
Wow.
Because my father's close friend's son is working in Siemens in Germany.
Okay.
So he came when he was visiting us. He gave us that he gave my parents a brilliant idea of how Germany. Why are you not considering Germany? Like my parents said, yeah, I mean, if it is good, why not? And then I was also sent to learn German classes.
Okay.
So that was going on. So then I told them at the end, and then they said, then how are you going to do this? Kya hai? Because by the time I finished my engineering, for the next 6 months, I wasn't doing anything.
Okay.
And my mom was really concerned because, well, a lot of my cousins have walked this path before.
Okay.
So she has a working idea of how things roll.
Yeah.
So when she saw me being at home doing nothing, she was really concerned. She's like, "Arey, this resume mein, what will you write?"
Yeah.
So, after 2011, 2012, when you passed out engineering, the next 6 months, there is a breakage there.
Yes.
Like there has to be a continuity.
Yeah.
Is when I picked up a job in Dell.
Okay.
In Hyderabad. So I was working in Dell, and then I thought, okay, now that I'm in Hyderabad for sure, now I can, in my free time, I can scout for theatre groups, or I can try making inroads into acting. How do I do that? Like, I really had no idea. So, Hindu Metro Fest was something that I was very familiar with.
Okay.
So, one of the days when I was just ruffling through the newspaper, I saw, acha, there's this Hindu Metro Fest, it's happening in Ravindra Bharati. I thought, okay, at least there'll be some like-minded people. I can go there and watch these theatre plays that happen. I went there, I really enjoyed those theatre plays. When I saw those theatre plays, my urge to get into acting was doubled or tripled, I must say, because it really pushed me that, okay, this is something that I can do. Theatre could be the starting point. So that's how eventually I found a group, and I started mingling with them and different theatre groups. I didn't know that theatre even existed in Hyderabad. So started mingling with different people, different groups. That's how theatre started off. And I must really regard whatever I know in acting to attribute it to theatre, because if that kind of warm-up wouldn't have happened, then, you know, a lot of times what happens when you come before the camera and silver screen and that 70 mm and all that, a lot of flaws are also shown. And nobody will point out saying his body language is not right. You wouldn't know if it is bad, but you would probably know when it is actually very good. Because when it's actually very good, that's how people notice, Arey, he dances very well. Arey, this guy acts so well. Or I'm saying, you know, how many of our actors that we come to appreciate today as they could be superstars, they could be heroes, heroines, or character artists. If somebody, if he's had a long career, it's only because he's been making impact every time he comes, and it made some kind of impression. A lot of times people would not be able to say why they like them, and they would not also be able to say why they don't like a certain actor. But if you are able to make an impact, I think in people's mind, if they like you for whatever you're doing, for whatever little or more that you're doing, then you can expect some longevity as an actor. So theatre like that helped me a lot with my modulation, basically, and body language, and theatre mein to, you know, a book of 100 pages you have to know by heart, like. So there are no retakes on stage. So 2 months and 3 months when you keep working on it, so that you meet the opening day with some amount of confidence. Those kind of rehearsals help an actor a lot, and I really took a lot from them, because just see, I also feel like that acting is just like playing a sport. If you keep doing it only, you will become better at it. Like a cricketer has to keep playing cricket every day. If you are a cricketer, don't call yourself a cricketer otherwise. If you're a footballer, then play football every day. For like that also, if you're an actor, if you don't keep acting every day, then you will only probably learn a minuscule part of it, which might show or which might be like a speck that audience at the end of the day might not even notice.
Yeah.
So theater stint for me, I almost did theater for like 3 years.
Oh, okay.
And I did about like 10 English theater plays.
Wow.
I did about 3 Hindi plays, which I really wanted to back then because I can read and write Hindi.
Okay.
Hindi being my first language and
Okay.
everything. Not, I mean, my mother tongue is Telugu,
Yeah.
but school
course.
mein, you know,
Yes.
of course. So I wanted to be able to in talking it also, the spoken Hindi. So I did the Hindi theater too. And now my Hindi is much better back
Okay.
than compared to like say 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
So that's how it all started, and theater really helped me pick up at least few basics that you can probably stay with you as an actor for a very long time. And if today people like my acting or whatever it is, I owe it to theater.
Your acting career, we all know you as the person at E Nagaran KYD with Kamala Hassan, Mast Shades Unnairo. And the fact that you took up a role in a movie called Mast Shades Unnaira, we all thought it would be a funny movie, but it turned out to be more fiction and dramatic, and your role was amazing. Different. We got to see different Abhinav. So could you talk about that as well? A drastic change.
Yeah. So I think that's why we say cinema is a powerful medium, because once a movie is hit, a lot of people will watch it, and that's how they know you.
Yes.
See, I have done 4 or 5 films before E Nagarani came in, but none of you might know about them because acted in about 10 to 12, 13, 14 plays. I never got to do comedy, where in theater I really wanted to do comedy. Okay. Because on stage, when you crack a joke, audience will laugh. And that could be some kind of, feedback to you that, okay, you're doing a good job, and the confidence boost happens. That's true. We kept doing all kinds of drama, tragedy, the regular theatrical literature that anybody would do. We kept doing that, and you would only know if the audience really enjoyed it by after the show is ended. So I really wanted to do comedy, but that came to fruition with E Nagaran came in.
Okay.
So I am more primed to do movies like Mast Shades Unnaira only. Mast Shades Unnaira, for me, I think for the audience, because you see me do comedy beat, Save the Tigers, or other films also. Yes. For you, it might be different. But for me, it's like I'm back to basics with Mast Shades Unnaira. Okay. For me, comedy is like, okay, I only consider myself to be an actor. Okay. And an actor should be able to emote at least 9 emotions, as how they say. I try to do the best of those 9 whenever given a chance. But Mast Shades Unnaira was one such movie that I thought, okay, I really like the subject and I really wanted to do it. Audiences also have responded so well to that film that it's actually right now on Amazon.
Yeah.
And it's running really well, and Amazon bought that film, and we were happy that it got the kind of reception that it did, still getting reception. So Mast Shades Unnaira for me is coming back to basics.
Okay.
It reminds me of my theater days.
Oh, wow.
E Nagarani came in, the Save the Tiger and everything. It is like how I received an award from Rajat Sharma.
Oh.
The guy who did Bonkesh Bakshi and all, Rajat Sharma. And then, oh my God, this company theater group guy, I don't remember him, Atul Kumar. Atul Kumar is a very prominent actor in Bollywood. So he also, so what would they do? 3 days would be prelims. The last day would be for finals. Finals ke liye, they would actually bring a very good actor along with their group from Bombay. And later after the show, they would also perform their play. Urge to do one particular kind of a role. I want to be able to do different roles. And because only then I think you, as an actor, you would grow. Although it might seem a little pompous or presumptuous on my part to keep emphasizing on this actor bit a lot, because I think in commercial cinema there is a very good distinction between a superstar and an actor. So I'm not trying to play into that narrative, but I'm just trying to say that everybody is an artist. no matter what roles they do.
Mhm.
And just like that, I want to be able to do different kinds of roles.
Okay.
So for me, going forward, I will still do comedy.
Mhm.
But if I get a good script, say a good thriller,
Mhm.
or a very good drama, or a very, very good love story, then I would pick up that also.
Okay.
And I have a feeling that I might impress audience doing that also.
Wow.
But I don't want to talk about it right now because I've not done any of the subjects.
Yeah.
Now that people have seen Mustard Zunera, they might think, Acha, okay, so he's a good dramatic actor also. But for me, I'm like, I can do this. I did it.
Okay.
I only done this in theater.
Okay.
This is nothing.
Okay. So from your theater things, any improvisations or anything that you used in the movie while you were acting also?
No, see, anything that we learn from theater, you learn it as a principle.
Mm.
It's like a formula.
Yeah.
Whether you apply it or not is totally upon the actor. But I remember doing some of these group activities that we used to do when I was doing theater.
Mhm.
Like we used to go to a mall, and when probably during peak times, like at
Okay.
5 in the evening, 6 in the evening, 7 in the evening, and 20 of us, 15 of us would go and stand as a mannequin
Okay.
before shops and not move or wink an eye or
Okay.
just be steady like that. And that used to be like a competition, like how many minutes or who
Okay.
would outlast
Okay.
the rest.
Okay.
And he would be the winner for the day. And then he was supposed to give party to everybody else.
Okay.
So we used to do stuff like that. And improv is a very essential part of theater. Although I didn't do comedy ka improv, but being able to do, being able to have a creative expression within the creative framework of a play or a subject is always possible. And I can do that only because of, again, I did a lot of that in theater. So I can't tell you, I can't pick one thread from there and connect to any movies that I've done. But you're used to doing this. So it comes in the flow.
Okay. Any inspirations that you count on, be it in the movies or professionally, personally also?
Oh, I mean, you mean from people?
Yes, yes.
Absolutely. I like from as a kid till now, even now, I'm in awe of Chiranjeevi Garu. His body of work is mind blowing. I don't think anybody after that generation will be able to have that kind of a body of work. People are just really amazing. I like Shah Rukh Khan. I like Amir Khan.
Okay.
And I like Nawazuddin Siddiqui, Manoj Bajpayee. Like, I'm not inspired, but I like, he's doing something that I'm not able to do now.
Okay.
He knows something that I don't know.
Okay.
But as far as inspiration is concerned, yes, definitely. Jim Carrey is one of those guys. I like Will Smith. Sachin Tendulkar, I like Sachin Tendulkar a lot.
Okay.
If I could, I would be Sachin Tendulkar of the film industry or something in actors. But it is not possible because when it comes to, there's a basic difference between sports and films.
Yes.
Both of them are collaborative endeavors. Like, you collaborate with a lot of people to win a match.
Yes.
But there is also a lot on the individual. When Sachin was batting, nobody like, Aja Sachin jab tak hai to we have hope. That the same thing doesn't happen in a movie, because in a movie, the movie is riding on not just you but 10 other actors also. Even if you are in the every scene, still there is definite partnership between different actors. So it doesn't run like that. And I wish I could be something like that, because I think I count Sachin Tendulkar higher than any of the actors who inspired me to become an actor.
Okay. So your movies, especially your roles in the first movies, if we watched, and the web series, most of your dialogues are more spontaneous, and your expressions are also that way. In real life also, are you the same?
I don't know, that you have to ask my friends or my family or something, but I am expressive in general. A part of it definitely comes into the roles that I'm playing also. But I also like to to project some kind of energy. You can't just see. I don't know. They talk about these art films. They're high on. They're high on aesthetics and nuances. Your regular commercial cinema is not that high on nuances or aesthetics or anything. So you're there as an entertainer. Even though you could be an actor, you could be a superstar, but basically you have to entertain people. So I like to come on with some kind of energy, and being expressive adds to that a lot.
So I wanted to ask this, since most of your roles are comic related. Did you anytime think of being a stand-up comedian by any chance?
Yes, I did try some stand-up when I was in theatre. And I was also getting down to writing jokes of my own. Like two-liners were my thing. Go back in the timeline when Facebook was everything. I used to put these two-liners and try and count how many likes I got, or if people are liking it or not. Then one of these friends of mine, he saw that interest in me and he gave me a book saying how to write a joke for dummies or something. I was probably 4 out of 10. When he gave me that book, I started reading that book and it was interesting. But when I started reading that book, I think I took that book sort of seriously, that this whole thing went away from my head. I thought, this fellow actually ruined me giving me this book, or I ruined this sense of being able to write a joke by reading this book. I shouldn't have read this book because something was working. And even today, like in the form of improvisation, I can. But if I have to sit and write jokes, which is very important for a stand-up guy, I don't know if I will be able to do that. Or I should, because it's been quite a long time, I can try it again and see if I have that spark. At least that, have you ever seen a sparking plug when you ignite? So it has to, you have to have that spark. Engine start hoga, gaadi will, the bike will go forward, the car will go forward. But you have to have that spark. I think I do, but I don't know if I will really do it. I'm not sure.
So coming to the lighter note, so what do you do in your free time? What is Abhinav?
I like spending time with people who have nothing to do with acting. I think that is something that I do really different languages. Thanks to OTTs and YouTube also putting out a lot of films. You can watch a lot of films. I watch content. I have just this year I came back into reading books again. I picked up 5 love stories from Himalaya bookstore. Although right now I'm reading a book about a political leader again, because see, I started out with fiction and I read Sachin's autobiography. I read Robert De Niro's autobiography. I read the memoirs of this Nike CEO. I read that book. I read Jackie Chan's autobiography. I'm now reading this political leader's biography. I don't know why I always, somehow I don't know if I'm nosy neighbor or something. Why do I go on to non-fiction? I have no idea. But I feel like, okay, this is the right time. No, elections are going on. Maybe I picked up that book also thinking that let me finish that book. Because that is a good encouragement to pick up another book. I thought, okay, let me first finish this book. Then I will definitely go about reading love stories that I bought. Usually read murder, mysteries or thriller genre kind of books, because it has to be a page turner. Otherwise, I'll get out of it. And I want to keep reading books. So that's what I do. And then I like road trips a lot. Just recently, I've gone to Goa again.
On road.
On road. And the worst road possible. It's not like you can go to Goa. The road is wonderful, I think, between Pune and Goa and Maharashtra and Goa. But once you hit this Karnataka, the whole spirit just, it goes and dies it would be a highway death. But it was really difficult. I thought, Acha, why this route? I think there should be some other route. So while coming back, I came from Maharashtra side. So I thought, okay, I have to find a good route to get to Goa. So I like road trips a lot. I've gone to Mysore like that. We've gone to Pondicherry like that. So this is something, being on road in my car with maybe 2 or 3 other friends is the best thing that can happen. I also like traveling in trains. I was just talking to a couple of friends, like, just pick up a bag, put 2 pairs of clothes, and let's just start. Let's do that, Bolke, because I think when you're not shooting, I want to do something like this because I like trains. I already spoke to my friend who has some relative in railways, I think. So he said, Ari, just find out if we can sit in the engine and see how all that will happen. So he found out. Yes, you have to pay so much money, you have to take government permission. Then they'll let you sit for 3 hours. Like, I think this is something that we should do. So it's been on for like 2 years. We were not
that never happened.
That never happened. So it'll happen this year.
Do you like to do, apart from reading books, movies? Any series or movies that, you loved it, ye karna hai bhai.
Acha, like that. Yeah. I like Breaking Bad a lot. Breaking Bad is amazing. I liked Game of Thrones. I like Big Bang Theory. I like Chernobyl. That was very hard hitting.
So, I mean, a lot of people...
Dabbling into writing is something that I'm also thinking about.
So I want to know about this space also, if you could talk a little.
I want to get into it, but talking about it right now is like building that pressure on myself. Because I didn't put pen to paper and I never wrote 5 lines which are creative. Apart from those 2-liners that I used to do on Facebook. So I want to do it. Once I do it only I can talk, but it is running somewhere in the corner of my head.
Hopefully one day we'll get to see what you're
probably, yes. And I'll definitely write some great stuff for myself.
You watch K-drama?
I do watch K-drama too.
What was your...
this is one web series that really won me over was It's Okay Not to Be Okay. I was like, oh my God. Because Korean films, the only Korean films that I saw was I Am the Devil, and they make some really violent films. So that's all I thought. Korean movies are all about violence. But this is during 2020 ka lockdown. I started watching K-dramas. And do you watch K-dramas?
Yeah, a little. Not too much.
So you believe me, K-dramas have some amazing, mind-blowing love story. It will make you fall in love with a person. Like, you might not even care about the gender, you will just fall in the person because it will make you fall in love with people. And their love stories are like the protagonist or the hero and heroine, they won't even touch each other. And they infuse so much love and they're so well written. It's Okay Not to Be Okay is one such K-drama. I thought some brilliant writing it was. Because, love stories need some kind of philosophy to run between protagonists. Some really good writing.
So if given an opportunity to direct a movie, would you do that? Would you choose that as your career?
I don't think anybody will give me that opportunity.
If you choose,
I would definitely at some point in my career, I think I will do it. But I am just scared that it might, rub into the job of acting also. Because if I'm directing a movie, I'm definitely acting in it. I don't want to direct a movie with some other actor, putting him in the lead or her in the lead. I have no such interest. Because I'm not an actor. So if I write it, so if I write, if I direct, if I do anything, it would only be so I can help Abhinav as an actor. That's all. Nothing else. And I really don't find it fascinating like that in principle. Writing is amazing. It's like a puzzle coming together. And I hate puzzles. So I never touched puzzles in my childhood. Why will I do it now? If I have to do it, I'll do it for me. That's all.
So apart from all of these things, any actor or actress that you want to work with? Anyone specific?
Actor and actress that I want to work with. Sai Pallavi Garu, I already worked with her in Shyam Singh Roy. But it was just for one day. Like, our characters didn't have scenes together. She's one actor I would definitely love to work with. She's amazing. I would definitely want to work with Manoj Bajpayee Garu.
Wow, that's a nice choice.
Garu, definitely. Of course, you want to work with Chiranjeevi sir, Amitabh Bachchan sir, Kamal Haasan sir, but I don't know if it will happen or not because I don't know, man. It's just, I always feel, I don't know, for people looking at me might think he could easily do a film with them. But for me, I think they are so far ahead or they're so up on the pyramid that I don't know if I'll be able to do it. But if I get a chance, I'll definitely work with them. I'd like to work with these directors also, like Anurag Kashyap, Rajamouli sir. I would want to, before even if I work with Sandeep Reddy Vanga or not, I don't even care. But I really want to sit and talk to Sandeep Reddy Vanga about how he makes his films. Because although a lot of people were, dissing him for Arjun Reddy or Animal, I actually feel like our spirit animal or something should be the same. Because it resonates with me a lot. I don't mean but in principle, like should love be like that? His thought process. Why did he arrive, into including that particular scene? Or why did he think of this at all? I get it. Like 60-70%, I get it. The other 30-40%, I want to sit down and find out with him. Like, how? Okay, so this is how you thought. I think he's very good with screenplay. Being able to... Have you heard of a film that is 3 hours, 40 minutes and making 1,000 crores in the last 10 years, 15, 20, 30 years?
So.
Because as time is going forward, the length of the movies are only coming down. But this guy, he just didn't care about anything. He just made a movie, 3 hours, 40 minutes, I think is the runtime of Animal. And I went to Animal thinking, let me see if he'll engage me for that long time. And when the interval happened, I think it was 1 hour, 40 minutes or 45 minutes. I was like, okay, I did check my watch. Ki interval kyun nahi aa raha? But that's biological clock. But I was able to sit and enjoy the film for the first half. I, of course, took that interval and came back and finished the film. I really loved it. So whether or not I'll work with him, I just want to sit down and talk to him once.
So Abhinav, are you a foodie?
I like to try different things, but I am not that kind of a foodie where, you remember a dish from a certain restaurant and you travel 30 kilometers to go there and eat. I'm not that kind of a guy. But if I happen to find myself in a good restaurant or when you're on a road trip, I like eating street food a lot. Delhi's street food. Bombay street food, everybody will know. Delhi street food. I was just watching a lot of street food from Kolkata. And I told my friend, bhai, let's, for 2 nights, just to, I think there's some street there called Zara Street or something. So this chole bhature or something and that fish ka item, I'm seeing a lot. Let's just go only to have street food. Ek bar. And I wanted to go in the train so that, I like trains. So it's been a good amount of time since I've gone in a train anywhere. So let's make a trip like that. I think it'll be a day's travel. So let's book first AC and just sit and have that nice train ride to Kolkata and all. But I don't know. I like Delhi food. I was in Thailand and I like their street food also. Their soups, their chicken soup and their veg soups are amazing. Not to mention all the other delicacies that they make. I'm not into eating, I don't know, cockroaches, snakes and all. I don't do that. But I really like street food and, simple, nice food I like.
So traveling around, reading books, writing and everything apart.
Am I coming across as an ideal man?
Yes,
shit.
You are.
But believe me, I'm not trying to make a picture of that sort. I'm not trying to portray any kind of image. I really like these things.
Do you want to work on any autobiography or feature someone, some inspiration that you count on? Okay, fine. If I made a biopic, I would act him or something like that.
Biopic. Act in a biopic. I don't know, man. I've never thought about it like that. Actually, never thought. But when you are asking me now, I was thinking, can I play Sachin Tendulkar? But I don't think I can play Sachin because I don't look like him. Maybe I was just thinking, maybe Rahul Dravid. I think I look like Rahul Dravid. Maybe I can play Rahul Dravid.
So yeah.
Never thought of.
Maybe someday something.
Someday, sure, why not? I've just seen Rajkumar Rao's Srikanth the other day, very well written. I didn't know that they were doing this movie Srikanth on Srikanth Bolla. The actual entrepreneur from Hyderabad. But I've seen Srikanth Bolla previously, not knowing, I don't even remember his name today. Until I saw the film, I was like, hey, I know this guy. So I realized that this movie was based on Srikanth Bolla's life. But I've seen Srikanth Bolla, I think in an interview or something, some point when I was scrolling through YouTube. So I kind of know that man. So I was really happy it turned out to be a good biopic actually.
Okay. So apart from everything, I know that your career has been booming since the time E Nagarani came. So any fan moment that you even today you cherish as a memory?
I really like a few messages that I get on Instagram.
Okay.
Like some of them I even took a screenshot because I thought when you're in your downtime you can read them and know that people really like you. Some of these messages are really heartfelt messages, and they are not a message. I think it's a 500 word or 100, 200 word ka essay. Oh, I cherish those kind of messages, and I think I'm lucky. I'm counting my blessings that people are liking me in that fashion. So apart from that, when fame is new to me. See, 2018 June 29th is when ENE released. So all through 2018, the rest of those 6 months, and you could say that for the next 1 year, it was kind of good to know that you're walking on the road or you're driving your car, somebody on the traffic signal will look at you and say hello, hi. It was nice. That was a very new experience for me, and I cherished that 1-2 years. Now these days I'm not that much enamored by it, but I thank all my fans for watching my films. I'm also not enamored by it because
there's more to your
more has to happen. No, why am I not mobbed? They're still just saying hi. So why is that? So I think it should get to that point. Like I know I will at some point because I'm a good actor. So.
Yes, you are. You can take that. Any small message that you want to give your audience, your loved ones, everyone who admires you?
As I was telling you, you have asked me some questions that I never thought of before. Like I don't advise people, but I suggest that you guys, you should really take care of your health. Your physical and mental well-being should be on the top priority. Be a little patient with yourselves and with the way that your life is also going forward. And I think we should get out of this game that we have been playing called judging others. I don't think we should judge opposite people or people around you as much as we are doing now. I think we can get away with just judging 5 out of 10 times or 4 out of 10 times and keep on doing that, because it is such a waste of time. You won't gain anything, and the person that you're judging, he's not going to lose anything. So don't do this mindless. Don't be so mindless with anything that you do. A little conscious, having a conscious behavior about what we are doing when we are talking or working and thinking about our future is very important. So just take it easy. And there's a lot of noise, I think, in this world that we can easily cut out this noise if we can just start focusing on ourselves. I think that is very important. Don't think that I am some, is there a halo coming from behind my head? I don't know. But don't think I'm also listening to what I'm suggesting you guys. I'm also trying to follow the same thing in my life. So I wish you guys would also do the same thing.
Thank you so much, Abhinav.
Thank you.
It was lovely meeting you and knowing more about you.
Thank you, man.
And
Thanks a
wish
lot.
you all the best.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
This is Shreya Veronica signing off.